As a brief reminder, remember that our I Am Presence is the multidimensional aspect of our own divinity. That was always supposed to be our guiding light during our earthly sojourns. Unfortunately, when we began using our free will and our creative faculties of thought and feeling in ways that were not based in love, we fell from grace into the abyss of separation and duality. Once that happened, we could no longer hear the intuitive guidance of our I Am Presence. That is when we mistakenly developed our fragmented and fear-based fallen human ego, which has been leading us astray for literally eons of time. Considering the likelihood that our messages are read only by Lightworkers, does that not suggest that indeed clarity was needed as to where Earth and most of her human residents are density-wise, so you are spared the disillusionment, discouragement, or perhaps even abject sadness due to unmet expectations? Except for saying outright, it is a misperception that you are entering fifth density. We have talked about all the information in that message previously, some of it numerous times. Of course, you can't remember everything in messages that started 14 years ago and cover a wide-ranging assortment of topics. It's natural that most is forgotten. And we wish to speak on what we are seeing amongst many light bringers now, which is an overwhelming sense of mental or physical disconnection, in some ways of floating slightly above or beside one's own life. This may manifest in physical or emotional exhaustion. It may manifest in feelings of wanting to release the life you have known for so long, of wanting to simply spend your day sitting quietly in nature or resting, or listening to calming music. Now, particularly for those of you raised in what has been termed a Western or developed country, these impulses are hard to reconcile with the training you received for so long or how you prefer to live. Many of you still connect your sense of self to how much you can accomplish in a single day. And of course you are, most of you, still in a position to be working so as to pay your living costs. Due to the myriad shifts of energy, vibration, and consciousness awakening humanity has co-created over the past few decades. Every person's I Am Presence is now integrating into his or her earthly bodies at a cellular level. This aspect of our own divinity is now standing in readiness, awaiting the invitation to be our intuitive guiding light once more. Our I Am Presence knows our purpose and reason for being, and will always guide us in perfect alignment with our divine plan and the highest good for all concerned. Because of the frequency of vibration in which Mother Earth is now abiding, our individual and our collective vibrations have increased to a level that is allowing us to tap into new sacred knowledge. This divine wisdom is now revealing the oneness of all life more consciously and more practically than we have previously experienced. Now then, although most questions and comments were answered personally, we include a number here because some of the writers are poignantly eager for change, and what several wrote gives us the opportunity to mention new facets of ascension or repeat some important old ones. An infusion of light from advanced civilizations almost 70 years ago let Earth jar loose from deep third density and start ascending. In both energy and location, she has reached low fourth density on her planetary ascension course. The other kind of ascension is personal. even though souls on Earth are in third density bodies in a world that still is largely third density due to long ages of dark control. By absorbing the light that keeps intensifying, individuals can evolve to fourth density in spiritual and conscious awareness. While many souls still are soundly slumbering in third, others are awakening and advancing toward fourth in awareness. To fulfill one's life requirements, however you have built them, can be tiring enough. Yet with all of the higher light flowing in, plus the powerful solar flares and other shifts occurring in Earth's atmosphere, you may feel at times that you are walking through the poppy field with the characters in the film, The Wizard, and falling asleep on the journey as they did. One might say that this is a part of the hero's journey not often discussed, and yet it appears in so many tales offered over the ages. The hero starts off well enough, but then is slowed by something, perhaps an injury or illness, an attack by a wild animal or a hidden adversary, or something that distracts them enough to pull them off of their path for a while. Once they return to the fullness of their journey, it is often with new, strengthened resolve to see it through completely. In this case, we would say that you are not being attacked or distracted for the most part, though in terms of energetics, both have been a part of Earth life for thousands of years. I am going within to the divinity of my heart flame. There I kneel before the altar of love and surrender my lower human consciousness to the perfection of my I Am presence. My I Am presence is taking full dominion of my physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, and also my thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. The beings of light from our grand central sun and my I Am presence will now guide me through this activity of light. Blessed ones, blaze the most intensified frequencies of divine will. Comprehensive divine love and divine enlightenment from the very heart of our Father, Mother God into the heart flame of every person who is now, or will be in the future, involved with the governments of Earth in any way. Awaken every one of these people to the profound opportunity and the awesome responsibility they have during this cosmic moment. Enlighten everyone to the profound truth that it is time for divine government to manifest now. Please don't conclude that you're not. Meditating regularly and feeling comfortable with topics in our messages indicate that very likely you are volunteers. People bound by third density mentality aren't attracted to spiritual and metaphysical messages. And it's likely that if recently awakened souls discovered this kind of information, either they would be trying to assimilate it or have tabled it for later reading. Awakening is a process, not an event, and individuals' earliest discoveries are the corruption and deception that puppets of the darkness kept hidden so well for so long. This first order of awareness is necessary so determination emerges to purge unjustness, to establish fairness, goodness, and rightness. When the societal revolution gets underway, spiritual and conscious evolution will follow. The populace will be intuitively nudged onto the pathway of light and enlightenment. The universe has no demarcations, energy isn't compartmentalized, and we use numbers only to indicate Earth's location or the evolutionary status of an individual or a civilization. Also, fourth and fifth densities aren't destinations on an intergalactic travel itinerary. They are stages of self-discovery along soul's evolutionary journey back to Creator Source. You are also reaching up into levels of learning that in the past your consciousness, while in a human body, could never have grasped. Much of this has to do with revising ideas and belief systems held in your subconscious for millennia, as well as healing for the trauma that is buried there, and a release of old programming from your third-dimensional Earth lives. In doing so, you are forging the path for all who follow behind you, and they are many millions. Releasing one person's stuck beliefs and dark programming is a way of releasing the collective en masse programming and the constricting beliefs that hold one in patterns of self-denial, smallness, passivity, and feelings of victimhood. Many are saying now, as we have, that there are no victims, and we are aware that this is difficult for many to accept. Now, of all times, you are ready to accept that you have created your own experiences with choices made first in the higher realms before incarnating, then via your energetic vibration each time you incarnated. And now, as you enter this new and beautiful era of Aquarius, a great change arises. Your nighttime travels to what many call mystery schools, as well as temples of healing in the higher realms. In inner Earth, in the sun, on the ships, other planets, they are preparing you to take up residency as a fifth-dimensional being who has peacefully released the trauma, discord, and ideas of separatism that have typified third-dimensional life.